Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Joe here at Maui Game Studio. Been a while since I made a video. Did a lot of really cool things. A lot of big updates for Familia have been happening. Today we are going to talk about user interface. First, just to explain where I am, I'm here in the test area. Every game needs a test area. We all need a test area in our game. So this is a test area. It's like a void. It's like heaven or something. And I had chose a nice orange background because I didn't want it to look like the other parts of the game. But all of these events, all of these characters here, they all do like different kind of unique functions that I use throughout my game. And as time goes, this area will grow to be bigger and bigger, and I'll have more and more things that I can pull from here when I need to do something specific. So it's almost like kind of a storage locker where I keep specific events that I want to duplicate and edit later for later parts of my game. That's kind of what's going on here. If you look here, we got a nice cool mirror. Hello. Mirror that you can walk through. Okay, so anyway, the point of this video is user interface. I was struggling with user interface for a long time. I'm actually a UI developer. I've spoken at countless like conferences and conventions as a panelist and a keynote speaker about user interface. Yet in my own RPG Maker game, it always seemed to kind of evade me how to get my user interface to look the way that I kind of envisioned it, because I usually made user interfaces through like HTML or CSS and maybe a little JavaScript. But the way RPG Maker is set up, it's a little bit less obtainable for me specifically. I mean, it just depends on the person, but I've been having a hard time creating a user interface that I really liked and that I was really proud of. Anyway, I saw this video from this guy named Monkey King. I forget the name of his YouTube channel, but I'll leave a link to the channel in my description here. But the video is a great little video to help you get started with custom user interfaces, and it helped me get started. And then I've kind of taken it to a ridiculous kind of obsessive level with this menu here. So shout out to Monkey King. Let me go ahead and show you the previous user interface, which it's very RPG Maker-esque, right? Let me turn down the volume on those sounds a little bit so I don't get drowned out. It's a little bit, it's just, you know, you got your item, you got your skill. This is all just base RPG Maker stuff. I mean, I've edited it quite a bit, but still at the end of the day, it's very much an RPG Maker vanilla menu. And, you know, that's fine. Nothing against that. But sometimes we want to create our own custom experience. The reason we make a game is because we want to create an experience that's kind of unique and is a way of us like communicating ourselves to the world. So for me, user interface has always been really important. So I'm going to show you my new user interface so you can get an idea of what I did here. So let's open it up. You can see it has all the same stuff: skill, equip, status. This is a new one: mastery, item, save, load, options, gamepad. This is a new one too. This one shows you this is just to show you the controls if you need a reference real quick of how to play. And same option menu. This is the Yan Fly save menu here. I think this is not vanilla menu. I don't know. It's either Yan Fly or the vanilla menu. And basically, so I'm using existing menus in the kind of default RPG Maker setup, and I'm combining them with my own. This one is a very specific menu that I made. So what this menu does is it actually gives you allocation points that you can allocate. After level 50 in my game, your level resets to 1, and then from there you have to choose all of your specific stats. You don't get them passively anymore, so you have control over what stats you want to use. It makes sense because some characters can go more the direction of a healer. Some characters can go more the direction of a damage dealer. Sometimes you might want to be more of a hybridized character. Say, for example, if you don't need the healing that much, but you need it sometimes, you can kind of do that. So it just gives you more options within the game. From a user interface perspective, these things, like you can push it, and then when you hold it, it resets. It stops. So, you know, you can fill it up, and then it won't let you go anymore. So you go. It works pretty great. Up here on the top right, you can see there's portraits of characters. These are pulled from, well, it's kind of the top right slash top. These sprites are pulled from the top. They're pulled from the battlers that are already in the game. So the sprites that I use in combat, like here for example, these sprites, it's the same exact sprite sheet. So here, if you look, we have some major levels now, right? Like now we're in the master class, and we have this mastery thing, and we have tons of points to spin. I'm not gonna even spin them all because, you know, who's got time for that? Another thing is we have a gold menu in the bottom right, you see there. As a side note, for those who are curious, I rendered all the text in Pixie, which gives you a lot more flexibility. RPG Maker is based on the Pixie rendering engine, and it's what it utilizes to render everything, so you can access some of those things. So if you look at how that stylized font is in the bottom right and in the mastery menu, we're going to be seeing more of that in my game in general, more stylized font, and it's just a little bit more flexible, and you can do more animations with it and stuff, so I'm pretty excited about that. But this is where I'm at now. I'm just going to take a quick second to kind of show you guys the scope of what we're working with. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but basically for all of this, everything works within 2 common events and then a bunch of code that I created, or I should say Codemora, my friend, created in a plugin. So this is basically the main menu here. It's a lot. There are a couple things I could have done a little bit more, maybe not optimized, but short, but if it works, it works. You know, that's kind of my philosophy. The menu is very optimized, but you can just see like there's a ton of code. I'll show you that optimization later in a second, but you can just see that this is a lot. So this is kind of the first thing you need. There's really 3 components to creating your own customized menu this way. The other would be Photoshop images, which I'm probably not going to show you, but basically you have to build the UI PNGs in Photoshop, and then there's code. So we were working with this plugin here, which is like a 2258 long plugin. In addition to having this plugin pulls on multiple things from the Yanfly core, like the class plugin and the core plugin, and just a bunch of shiza all over the place. So then in addition to that, we created this plugin here, right? This is a plugin basically made by Codemora. I maybe put in a line or two, and I kind of fixed some spelling errors, but for the most part, it was him doing it, and he made this plugin. And basically, this plugin creates the script calls that I use in addition to the stat allocation plugin. It uses the script calls that I use in the menu to do a lot of the things that I'm doing. So if you're not getting the idea, this is not like something that's super easy. I've been working on this since probably Sunday, last week, and it's Sunday, so it's been like a good week, and I've been putting in some time. I'm probably close to 100 hours of time put into this at this point, and it's not something that's super easy to do, but it can be done. And if you want something that's very unique, I would say go for it, do it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to do for this video. I don't want to make it too long. I want to get out of here and just kind of show you what I did really fast. But again, if you want to learn more about making a really simple evented menu, I'm going to leave a video in the description. And in addition to that, please follow Codemora and all of his socials. He's got a project that he's been working on, and you know, increasing his following will help him out. And anything you do to help him out, I appreciate it, because he's helped me out a ton throughout the whole scope of my project. Like if you look at the Steam page, I actually just put his name on there because even though it's my project, he's put a ton of hours into helping me, and I'm always going to appreciate that for, you know, the rest of my life. So one more thing, if you guys want to learn how to do stuff like this, my suggestion would be to come into my Twitch community and my Discord community. If you come visit me on Twitch and you want to interrupt whatever I'm doing and ask me, you know, how do I do an evented menu, I can help start setting you up with some resources And I don't mind doing that. I like helping people with that. Also, if you're in our Discord, you don't only get access to me, but you get access to people who are even smarter than me, especially when you're talking about specific areas. So come over to my Discord, join the Discord, be part of the community, and you will get access to some really smart people who have a lot of experience in RPG Maker and game dev in general. If you're wanting to get into game dev and you don't know where to get started, really the most important thing that you can do is get locked into a community and get to a point where you can have people and you can show them what you're doing, and you can kind of feed off of each other's enthusiasm for the community, you know. So that's about all I'm going to talk about today. I really appreciate it. If you guys want more videos, let me know what you want in the comments. Maybe in the comments also discuss user interface, talk about evented menus. Anything else you have to ask me about it, please let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Aloha, farewell, thank you for watching. Sub, comment, like, bye.